What's up, YouTube? This is Robo Rider. It is so freaking hot. I swear it's like 95 out, but you know when it says it's 95, but it feels like, so it definitely feels like it's over 100 here in Florida. And I know everyone is jealous of Florida because we have, for the most part, good riding weather, but dang, it's hot. Sitting at a red light is so brutal. Just arms sweating, just sitting at a red light. And you can see I've been riding around for a little bit, not recording, and my arms are like toast. They're already burnt. But yeah, no, it's been a little bit since I posted. Try to do it one time a week. So if you came across this channel, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. But today, just wanted to talk about, I've had this 22 Lowrider S now for, I believe, almost 4 months now. And I'm still completely in love with the thing. Some people have been on this channel since I had the Sportster S. I had a 22 Sportster S. Go back a couple videos, you can see where I talked about how I traded this in. Ooh, that was a fun little bump. But you can see how I talked about how I traded in the Sportster S for this. I got this with about 400 miles on it, and we're currently sitting at 1,921 miles. So I've ridden it a lot, and I can tell you, coming from a Sportster S, this bike is night and day different. Way more comfortable, way more fun to ride in my opinion, and way more customizable. If you guys have followed along with this channel, you have seen the upgrades I've done. I've added this road warrior fairing, this windshield, these handguards. I got some bags in the back. I haven't done a video on the bags, but they're awesome. They were really hard to install. Had to cut some wires and reroute the turn signals, but got it all done. Looks pretty good. Most of you may have came to this channel because I had the crater fairing from Amazon, and while it did work, you can definitely tell it's a way lower quality than the Memphis Shade road warrior fairing, and that's okay. Some people on a budget maybe can't afford it. The crater fairing works just fine, or crater or Fate CIM works just fine. But yeah, been on this bike now a couple months. I have no negatives about it, honestly. I mean, the Sportster S I had plenty of issues with, where it was in the shop multiple times, and that was expected because it's a newer model, kind of newer. It came out in 21, I believe, but they're still working out all the kinks and all the issues with it. So I kind of expected that a little bit, but it wasn't reliable in the sense of it just died so easy. So I would take my bike somewhere and hope and pray that it was going to start. And that happened multiple times. This Lowrider S never had an issue. I've gone a couple weeks without riding it, haven't even kept it on a battery tender, cranks up just fine. So yeah, it's an amazing bike. And again, I make this content because maybe if you're like me, you're doing some research. Before I got the Sportster S, I was actually looking at a Lowrider S, but it was more expensive. And I was like, you know what? I'll go with the cheaper option. It's a newer style bike. It's gonna be more unique. And it was, not a lot of people had one, but all the issues with having a newer model were obviously coming to a head with that bike. And I'm a part of a lot of groups for that bike, and day in and day out I'm just seeing constant complaints about it. It's a very cool concept, a very fast bike, very fun bike, but they need to iron out all the kinks and hopefully release a better model. Now this Lowrider S, the suspension's way better, the handling's way better, bigger gas tank, it's more fun to ride, it's more comfortable, you're more stretched out. Now mind you, I did put, if you saw a couple videos back, I put these forwards on. The stock way this Lowrider S was set up, there was no way I was riding it. I did ride it, but I was really cramped, hurt my legs. It was hurting like my hip and flexors and my knees. But I'm 6'5", so that's why that was an issue. Now, the forwards I got are from Amazon. A couple videos back, I put the link below. Super cheap, super easy to install. Work just like the Harley ones. I love them. Really made this bike even way more comfortable. The suspension is pretty good, way better than the Sportster S. Now I know a lot of people do upgrade their suspension to get a smoother ride. I'm sure you've heard my voice over some of these bumps because it does, you know, does shake you around a little bit, but it's not that bad. The other thing done to this bike, as you can see, I have risers here. I believe they're 14-inch risers, I want to say. It was already done to the bike when I bought it, so I didn't have to do it. And the other thing I have on this bike is a Whiplash seat. Now, this Whiplash seat is amazing. I did have the Saddleman step up like everyone else has, and while it looks cool, it's at like a 90-degree angle, like an L, and your butt is there, and it's very sharp and annoying. This Whiplash seat is more curved, cups you a lot better. It lets you sit lower and further back, and for me, this seat is night and day different compared to the step up. I never did get to ride this bike with the stock seat, so I can't speak for that. But all in all, a couple months in, I'm still in love with this bike as much as it was the day I got it. I cannot say that for the Sportster S. The Sportster S, I loved it in the beginning, and then all the issues started coming to a head, and it kind of became annoying at that point. And honestly, that's why I didn't make a lot of content, because it was just sitting in my garage, either not starting or I'm going back and forth to the Harley dealership with it. So if you're on this video right now and you're doing some research and you're like, what bike should I get? Should I get a Sportster S, a Lowrider S? Some people might like a Fat Bob, Street Glide, Road Glide. I've only had the Sportster S and the Lowrider S, and the Lowrider S 1000% definitely a better bike in my opinion. So got the Busa over there. But yeah, sorry, I totally got distracted because I saw a Busa. But yeah, it's definitely a better bike. Feels more like secure, I guess is the word, because it's just, the Lowrider S is a bigger bike. The Sportster S is more compact, smaller, you know, built like a sport bike. And it was fun, it's fast, very torquey, but for comfort and long riding and just chill riding and daily riding, Lowrider S all day long, in my opinion. Looks like the Boost is coming up here. Got a Busa. And I have no idea what that thing is. It says Savage on it. The thing is like maxed out at speed though. See if I can hop in behind them. Thing's got a little loud exhaust on it though, that's for sure. Well, yeah, it's kind of cool riding out here in Florida. You see a lot of motorcyclists, you know, various walks of life, totally, you know, different type of bikes, but you know, everyone always says hi to each other and give the two fingers down wave, the motorcycle wave. It's just like a really close community, even though everyone's always a stranger to you for the most part. Just driving down the road, you're like, hey, what's up? It's like you guys been friends forever. Man, that thing is covered in mud. At least it's not a pavement princess, right? He actually took it in the mud, had some fun. Respect for that dude. But yeah, it's really cool. I love riding in Florida. You run into a lot of other motorcyclists. Never met any motorcyclist that was a jerk to me on the road. I mean, a lot of cars that are jerks to you on the road. You know, they ride your butt, they cut you off, they pull out in front of you at intersections. But man, every motorcyclist I've ran into, either on the road, driving by, at a light, at a gas station, everyone's friendly. You know, it's like family, like instant family. It's kind of cool. That's why, like, I don't know if you guys saw when I rode by those girls on that bike, they gave me that head nod, so kind of cool. But I think that's going to be it for me today. I am heading inside home because it's so freaking hot out. Been sweating like crazy, so there goes my buddies. Anyway, hope you all ride safe, and please hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.